into the South Hockey Network, everybody, live on YouTube, live from Glenview Community Ice Center. It is AHAI State playoff time here for the Glenbrook South Titans as they kick things off at home here against the Neuqua Valley Wildcats out of Naperville. Dylan Ward here on the call with you. John Ward alongside me. Gerard Boris, our technical engineer as always, and Brad Cesario, your scoreboard operator. This is the Wintrust South Hockey Network. We thank Glenview Bank and Trust, as always, for being our presenting sponsor here at making these broadcasts possible. And John, we talk about it a lot on the broadcast. The Titans have to juggle 2 postseasons at once. So they have that 1-0 series lead against Loyola. That game 2 is on Sunday night, but between then and now, there's this state playoff game here in the round of 32 as the Titans, who are the number 6 seed in the Red Division, go against Neuqua Valley, the number 27 seed.
Yeah, absolutely, Dylan. I think Jim Philbin has a bigger job to do when he has to juggle 2 different league playoffs, different strategies, really do his homework because they are, different caliber, different types of players, and we just got to be ready in both cases.
So the Titans with an overall season record of 34-11-11. You can see that on your screen. Those are overtime losses and ties lumped into one. Neuqua Valley, on the other hand, 22-20-2. So right around that 500 mark. But John, you take a look at the IHSHL West Division, which is their league. They finished below the playoff line in 10th place out of 16 teams. And obviously the SHL, where the Titans play, a much better league in terms of skill. So with that 500 record, it doesn't really give a clear picture on how this team is projected to play here tonight against the Titans.
Yeah, and I think both, Coach, I mean, that's why you lace them up. You come out here and you play, and I think that regardless of what the paper looks like, I think that you got to play the game. This might be something that if it starts to get one-sided, that Jim Philbin will start maybe throwing some experiments together. I know he's got a big player back tonight. He'll probably ease him in, pick his spots. But who knows who knows what's going to happen? You come with your heart, you put it on the ice, and you got to win the game no matter who you're playing.
You just said it, John. Asher Vanderplug is suiting up for the Titans tonight. He'll get limited shifts as he has been out for the better part of the entire season, injured in just the second game of the regular season way back in October, lower body. And he's been here every single night on the bench in his street clothes cheering on his boys. But for the first time since that October game against St. Ignatius, he'll be putting on the uniform. And against a team like this where, maybe on paper you're supposed to have a pretty easy night, and I don't want to jinx anything, a perfect game for him to come in and grab a couple shifts. He's been practicing and skating, obviously, but to get his first real look at an in-game situation.
And not any kind of an injury. He broke his leg. That's a process, and like you say, 6 months. 6 months is a long time, and so glad to have him back here. And I'm sure his teammates are just really happy that he's sitting down at the end of the bench.
Both teams with their primary goaltenders in net. Thomas Preston for the Titans, a .254 goals allowed average, .906 save percentage, 1 shutout in the SHL regular season. As for the Neuqua Valley Wildcats, it's going to be Elijah Jacknick, 11-8-1 on the Illinois West season, .370 goals allowed average, .897 save percentage, and 1 shutout. As the Titans and Wildcats ready to go. A couple of teams that wear blue and gold, but the Titans tonight in black go from left to right here in the first period, and the Wildcats in white and yellow. Kind of like the Nashville Predators we were talking off air, will go from right to left. We're underway here at Glenview Ice Center as Dutch comes over the line, but offsides and an early whistle here with 15 seconds elapsed in the game. Last season here in this round of 32, the Titans played St. Viator Lions Varsity 2 team and handed them an 8-0 defeat. So we'll see what happens tonight.
In Neuqua Valley, you can't miss an opportunity like that. It was an errant GBS pass, but it sent them in on a 3-on-2, but they were offsides.
Hoffer centers this one. Stevens couldn't get that one on net. Now it's regained by the Wildcats as Noah Zucker brings it out through neutral ice. Couldn't get around Pajerski, but now it's sent into the zone. Ryan Mulvey takes it, goes across Will Fagan, plays it off the far side boards and out to the neutral zone. Martin Dunn. And now Vince Raimondi, their leading point scorer on the season with 21 goals, 10 assists in Illinois West. Couldn't make anything happen there. Now the Titans' leading point scorer, Blake Hoffer, the other way, gets a backhand shot on Jacknick, and he makes the save. First shot on goal on either side here tonight.
Yeah, Hoffer comes over the blue line on his off wing, and I think when you looked at the speed he was moving, he's probably just doing a little test there to see what he needs to do a small stick handle and get past the Neuqua defense. Pretty good move.
Titans, the first SHL team to play in the AHAI State playoffs. This is only the third game of the round of 32 out of 16 total. Lots of action here this weekend, though, as Aiden Weller takes a shot that gets blocked by their captain right in front, Gino Delmonico. Now Frank Surma for the Titans. Tried to play it off the boards for himself. Delmonico takes it away for Neuqua Valley. And now to Malone near side. Up high and threads the needle here of the stanchions at Glenview Ice Center. That would have been a whistle at a lot of rinks, but here at the GIC, a very high ceiling compared to some others.
A lot of steel up there that puck made its way through without touching anything.
Now Adam Sokol up high, Luke Fagan with a shot. That one's kicked out of there by the goaltender Surma on the rebound, and it's gobbled up by Jacknick, the goaltender.
Yeah, well, that was 3 straight saves by him, so I'm going to turn to my left and look, and I'm going to see shots on goal, 3. He made 3 consecutive saves, so he just kind of kept his body right there, 1, 2, 3. He didn't have to move too much to the left or right. Just keep the body right there. The angle was in his favor.
And John, there he is, playing lefty, his first shift since October. Asher Vanderplug, welcome back as the Titans take this face-off. All the way down it goes for an icing against Neuqua Valley, and an easy first 10 seconds back on the ice for Asher.
That'd be funny if Philbin pulled him off. Okay, you can do 13 seconds.
Asher Vanderplug, number 23. Only 2 games played in the SHL season after suffering that injury. On the season, though, in 2 SHL games plus the preseason, 2 goals, 2 assists. So not too bad for this now junior defenseman. And
yeah, I wonder what that would be projected for a season.
Yeah, right. What is that, 8 total games with the 6 preseason games Titans had, plus the 2 regular season he played. As Vanderplug gets it out to Bunnell, bounces off a stick before it got to him. Here comes Evan Bunnell, splitting the D, takes a shot, that one stopped. Rebound, Boris crashing the net. Couldn't get a clean shot away as a stick in the way for Neuqua Valley. Now McPherson up at the right point. Gets it down to Bunnell. Evan Bunnell back up to McPherson. Right point, McPherson looking to deke around Gears, takes a shot, save made by the glove. Boy, Cole McPherson looking for his first goal of the season on that one, couldn't find it.
I like what he did there. You know, you could almost see that he knew he could do that. Just to put a little deke on the up forward for Neuqua, and then move in, and then he actually gets a pretty nice shot away there. So.
Dylan Ward, John Ward here on the call with you. We appreciate you tuning into the South Hockey Network here on this Wednesday night. And maybe a couple extra people who would have been here at the rink tonight tuning in instead with the brutal snowstorm we've had pretty much all day here in Chicago. If you might be a relative watching in a sunny state right now, just check the forecast for Chicago. Now Surma gets this one off the far boards down to Cesario. Up high it comes, Will Fagan, left point, across for the captain. Mulvey takes a shot, hits the post with it. And the Titans close to getting their first one.
I like that Mulvey wrist shot. He kind of caught the Neuqua goalie a little off guard at the speed at which that puck was coming in.
Sokol keeps this one in. Titans with 6 shots on goal already. Sokol gets this one down below the line. Cesario gets it back to Sokol. Now instead Surma throws it to the blue paint, nobody there. And the Wildcats will bring it back out. Jacob Dutch, their second highest scorer on the Illinois West season with 15 goals, 11 assists. All he can do, though, there is bring it around the boards, and it comes back out for Surma. Frank Surma for Pajerski. Benji Pajerski to the net, takes a shot. That one stopped by Jacknick. Now Hoffer Gets it up high, Will Fagan. Surma goes off in exchange for Stevens, but Hoffer, or I should say Will Fagan, mishandles this one. Here come the Wildcats into the zone with a shot. That one by Jack Bomke, and it's stopped by Preston. His first save of the game. Now Malone takes another shot, and Preston makes another save. Covers that one up. Jack Bomke, who took that first shot, currently on a 4-game multi-point streak. 5 goals, 4 assists. After a 5-game point drought, the 5 games before that, multiple points in 4 straight.
Well, if GBS keeps up with their, defensive-minded play when Neuqua has the puck, that was a 1-on-4 basically. So you're not going to be getting too much trouble with that, especially with Preston as your back, as the last defense.
McPherson over to Vanderplug. Feels good to be saying that name again here on the broadcast. Pajurski to the near side. Ben Stevens down the right wing takes a shot, looking for a tip by Pajurski, didn't get it. As it goes down to that far side. And now Stevens backhands this one deep, but Martin Dunn sends it out to the neutral zone. And a misplay there, but offsides on the zone entry by Bear. He's going palms up. Let's have another look at that one.
Well, as sudden as McPherson just backhanded that into the middle, he forgot he still had a player still in the zone. He can come right in your screen there. And he's trying to get out, but he can't get out fast enough.
By the way, here's that Ryan Mulvey shot from a little while ago. And, I thought that went off the post. I thought I heard iron. Maybe it did partially, but it looked like a glove in there for Jack Nick. As we stay scoreless here with 12:03 to go in the first. Titans have not allowed a goal in 2 straight round of 32 games dating back to the 2023 season. Beat New Trier Gray 4-0 and St. Viator 2 last year 8-0. Here's Luke Fagan. Down below the goal line, sends that one to the far side, but they can't get it out. Bunnell keeps it in. That it is sticked out afterwards. Boris will hack it in, but delayed offsides. Bunnell tags up, grabs the puck, takes a shot. First one blocked, tried to center it again for Dylan Lytell, but he couldn't. And it gets cleared out to the neutral zone for Aiden Weller. Looking for Lytell with that pass, it missed him. And goes right on net, where it's covered up by Jack Nick. 11:23 to go in the first at Glenview Ice Center.
Dylan, even though the score is 0-0, I think GBS is, being able to pull off what they want to pull off. They're out there testing, they're figuring out. I don't think Neuqua is doing too much testing, right? It's more GBS just trying to figure out what it needs to do. But even if you have a game that's, really...
Bounce right in front. Here's a chance for Sokol, but that's deflected high.
If you have a game on paper that's really one-sided, I'm sure Jim Philbin is saying, I don't care about how one-sided it might look, then you go ahead and put up your goals and put us in a in a relaxed position where we can do what we want to do for the rest of the game. I want to see a lead.
As one man for Neuqua Valley gets kicked out of the face-off circle. And it's won by the Titans. Will Fagan goes to Ryan Mulvey here on the right side, dumps this one down. Behind the net, it's grabbed by Sokol, centered it. Surma, it was a little too high for him, and it's covered up by Jack Nick. That would have been a pretty good play, but too much elevation on that pass.
Yeah, Surma kind of flipped it in from behind the net out to the front, and he put it about knee-high, so you got to be pretty good to pick that off, and maybe thigh-high, a little higher than that. It would have been a cool, pick out of the air. You can see here he just lifts it up.
As we get back to live action here at Glenview Ice Center, this one dumped in, wide of the net. Neuqua Valley, while this is the Titans' first game of the state playoffs, Neuqua Valley as a lower seed did have to do a play-in game to get here. They beat the Marist Redhawks of the Chicago Catholic Hockey League with ease, 6-2. That Redhawks team actually 0-18 in the Chicago Catholic Hockey League, but Neuqua Valley with that 6-2 win outshot them 54-19 down at Canlan Sports Romeoville to get here to the Glenview Ice Center.
Yeah, I think I was going to bring this up so early, but Neuqua is, if they're going to do something here, they got to start being a little bit more consistent with their goal scoring in periods. Looks like their second period is a big success, but third period not so much.
Minus 16 goal differential in that third period, as you mentioned. Here's a shot by Pajerski. Nice stick in the way by Martin Dunn. Sends that one up high. And Neuqua Valley, Titans are definitely getting attempts, but I would say maybe about 50% or less are actually hitting the goaltender.
Yeah, I mean, you just, if you want to get your timing down, you got to pick up the speed here, and that includes shots, includes thinking, includes head fakes, right, and to go on and survive for a long time in the playoffs.
South Hockey Network here on YouTube. So happy you've joined us here. Hopefully you're staying safe out there if you're driving. As this one sent all the way down, Will Fagan will take it behind his own net. Now Frank Surma. To the near side, plays it off the high glass, can't get it out past Dutch. Here's a shot, that one turned away by Preston. Maybe going wide, but he'll get credit for the save anyway. Now another centering pass, and this one flipped on net. Good save made by Preston, as that one didn't have a lot of speed on it, but sort of that knuckle puck almost fooled him.
Yeah, this play all starts with Dutch as he puts it around the GBS player, brings it out into the back of the net, and his nice pass. Boy, from my angle, Dylan, I couldn't tell. It's like watching a soccer game. You can't tell if it's in the net,
right,
or that was probably a foot out, but Preston just, made a decent glove save, but that's a timing save. You just have to make sure you can get a wobbly puck.
Now this one bounces out. Benel chasing after it, nearly had a 2-on-1 with Boris, but getting there first, Gino Delmonico plays it off the boards for Bear, who brings it in. The loss of the puck, Lytell backhands this one to Boris. Here comes Zach Boris over the line. Boris centered it, Benel tips it on net, rebound. They try and stuff it home, net's off. No whistle yet, and now the ref will blow it dead.
Boy, what a nice move by Boris coming in on the right side, and he just really puts a perfect backhand pass through. So Benel was able to tip it on net, and then the GBS player, you'll see right here, Neuqua the goalie makes a nice save, but a little dangerous one because he gives up the rebound.
10-5 shots on goal, still 0-0. A centering pass by Benel, looking for Lytell, just wide of his stick. And the Nashville Predators, Neuqua Valley, bring it out through neutral ice. Bayer dumps this one in, goes behind the goal line for McPherson. Now Asher Vanderploeg can't get it out past one defender. Here's a shot, good stick by Benel, sending that one high, but stays in the barn. Now behind the cage, Bayer centered it, backhand chance, save made by Preston, and Benel will bring it the other direction. Titans looking to win 5 straight games as Lytell's shot goes on net. 5 straight games to get to the United Center, 6 to win a state championship, in the road to the UC, starting right here at Glenview Ice Center as the Titans and Wildcats remain tied.
That was a nice save by Jack Nick. He's got to stay sharp in this. It's 8:39, 0-0. I think that GBS is going to have to play a little bit tighter around Preston. Those little miscues around the net, could cause some havoc for him.
There's another shot stopped by Jacknick, sent all the way down. Looked like that might have been deflected on its way or hit something because it slowed down a lot and won't be an icing. As now Sokol looking for Surma, but that one in his skates. Will Fagan trying to get this one out, knocks a man into the boards near the penalty boxes. And now it's found by Raimondi and sent down the other way. Here's Ryan Mulvey, the captain of this Titan team. In his first year as captain, assistant captain last year to Zach Freemuth.
What a great game Ryan Mulvey played the last time I was here, Dylan. Really, the whole team, I called it almost like a perfect game.
Yeah, that 3-0 win over Loyola Gold. First round of SHL playoffs. As now Will Fagan, high slot, gives it up Ryan Mulvey with a shot. That one stopped by Jacknick. Now Sokol takes a hit into the boards. Titans keep possession. Will Fagan left point, slides it across. Thought Mulvey was a little deeper. It will go off the boards and found by Cesario now. Surma trying to stuff it home. And Surma trying to do exactly what he did against Loyola Gold in that game you were mentioning, John, but couldn't bury that one.
Well, Jacknick just has a strong left leg. He was putting that pad up against that post, and you know, he's the victor there in that small little battle.
Feel free to use our chat feature here on the South Hockey Network. We like to interact with all of you fine people watching at home. Maybe some Neuqua Valley fans have found their way to our broadcast. We know that they have a broadcast of their own. As Pajurski down low, Benji Pajurski comes up high with it, slides it over off the boards with Luke Fagan. Taken away by the Wildcats. Kicked out of there and picked up in the neutral zone. Tapping it, Malot gets it to Delmonico, takes a shot. And that one stopped by Preston Weller. Good defense right there in that 2-on-2 battle. 2-on-2 as in jersey number 2-on-2.
I was just going to say, Preston Weller also had maybe the game of the night versus Loyola. And there he just stuck with his man, kept Delmonico outside. If he was going to take a shot, which he forced him to do from a long way away, Preston had no problem with that one.
28 stops on 28 shots for his 4th shutout of the season. Hoffer gets this one ahead of one defender, but not the second. And Neuqua comes back into the zone. Here's Malone being pressured by Pajurski, forced to send that one deep. Picked up near side by Weller as he gets it out to Hoffer. The SHL MVP, Blake Hoffer, nice move around one, takes a shot. That one stopped by Jacknick. And the Neuqua fans in the building applauding after that save. Now Pajurski tried to go down to Hoffer, but that bounced in a couple skates and eventually sent out by the Wildcats. Benji Pajurski on an 8-game point streak. 3 goals, 14 assists in that span.
Well, you can take a look at this play coming across. Hoffer has the talent, and you already saw this move already tonight where he just said, okay, I can do that. And so now he went right back to it, and he gets a great shot on. Jacknick was, you know, stood up to him. Maybe if he went to the backhand, it would have worked out.
And that's the thing about when you have these types of games, John, is you play a team like Loyola, who has played against Blake Hoffer a couple times already on the season, knows some of his tricks, and well, maybe it's a little different for the Titans because these teams can go watch the video, but a lot of these guys playing each other for the first time. As a matter of fact, in what is now my 4th season covering GBS hockey, they have never faced off against these Neuqua Valley Wildcats in any competition. As Dunn trying to play this one out, tipped but not out. Weiss will bring it out, play it to McPherson. Now to the near side. Higgins knocks a man down, no penalty called, and Gears gets it ahead. Mallet takes a shot, that one wide, turned out of there by Preston as it bounced off the end boards.
No penalty should have been called. It was a nice, good, kind of a shoulder hit.
Now Weiss gets knocked down and neutralized, and he's hurting after that one. It's gonna be a penalty this time against Neuqua Valley. Delayed call, Vanderploeg brings it into the zone, but Weiss laboring, eventually finally gets up and makes his way to the bench, but the Titans are going on the power play. Tough hit there in open ice.
Yeah, well, it was kind of a crunch, and we'll take a look at it now here. Weiss might be caught with his head down as he's looking for this puck. Just coming over to the side. It wasn't a terrible hit. Just that, you know, looked a little bit more ferocious, but because of it, GBS is going to get the man advantage here. This is where Jim Philbin wants, okay, just put the puck in the net. I want 1-0, I want 2-0. I want to get to that comfort zone.
Head contact, the official call. So All Titan Power Play sponsored by RSM, the power of being understood. And well, the Titan Power Play had been red hot, scoring in 10 straight games, but 0 for 4 last game. They'd love to right that ship here as Mulvey shoots, they score! Blake Hoffer got a tip on it, and it's 1-0 Titans. That did not take long on the power play.
No, as a matter of fact, 7 seconds. Beautiful play. Get it on net. You can look at Hoffer. It's just Hoffer's in his office right there, and he just gets the stick on it and deflects it enough so Jacknick is just not too much he can do.
Ooh, hard to tell what happened there. It looked like it might have deflected off number 2 for Neuqua Valley, Gino Delmonico. So we'll have to take a closer look at that tape to see if it is in fact Blake Hoffer's goal. And they do give it to him on the game sheet, so we'll roll with that for the time being. And Blake Hoffer with his 42nd goal of the overall season. And his first goal, or I should say second goal of the postseason combined with this in SHL playoffs, as he scored that empty netter for the Titans last time out.
And usually those first goals that are scored, open up a player in his mind that, hey, listen, this is exciting. I'm going to go ahead and do this again.
Sokol with a shot. That one off the mask of the goaltender. And it gets tipped out. Will Fagan back for Ryan Mulvey. Glove down by Dutch. Now Ramondi dumps this one in. And it'll be cleared out by the Titans. Dunn in neutral ice takes it for Neuqua Valley. Martin Dunn up to Dutch. He'll retreat back into his own zone and play it out to the neutral zone and beyond. Will Fagan intercepts, and Fagan comes into the zone, but offsides. And we're gonna look at that goal one more time and just slow it down a little bit more so you can see Blake Hoffer right in front of the net. Watch number 2 for Neuqua Valley. And
here comes the wrister. Oh, maybe hit him right in the stomach.
Yeah, really hard to tell. But again, the game sheet has it as Blake Hoffer, so that's what the refs reported down there. So we'll go with that for right now.
I'm not going to take away a goal from him.
Face-off in neutral ice, won by the Titans, Luke Fagan. Out to Boris, but Sommers takes it away. Jack Sommers over the line, plays it to the near side, bounces off the boards, grabbed by Luke Fagan. And now Aiden Weller springing ahead, Bunnell. He's got a potential 2-on-1, finds Boris with it. Zach Boris passes to Lytell in the slot, couldn't get a shot off. As the Titans had a good passing play there, but just unable to finish it. Now Dunn around Luke Fagan, takes a shot blockered away by Preston. It looks like our main camera has just gone down. And Gerard will work hard to fix that right now, but we'll keep the play-by-play going for you in the meantime. Zach Boris gets it up ice to Lytell. Far side corner. And back up high, Weller couldn't keep it in. He'll chase after it, and the main cam is back. That did not take Gerard long at all. So shout out to our technical director, Gerard Boris. Icing there by the Titans. They lead 1-0. 2:53 to go in the first.
Nobody else do you want on our technical team than Gerard Boris. He's got the stuff.
Replays, all this stuff. Hard to believe that this is only a new feature this season, as I was watching a game from last year, John, and no replays. It felt really different than what we have now, but it didn't feel like that at the time. The replays have added so much. Titans are offsides there. Hoffer gets rid of a shot after the whistle, and the fans not happy about that.
That wasn't too egregious. We just kind of, hey, Jack Nick, here, let me just throw you this little disc.
All right, so that brings the face-off to the neutral zone. Titans may be lucky to not have to go all the way back down to their own end for this face-off.
Dylan, what's kind of missing in this game, if you take a look at the typical atmosphere, is the physicality of the players.
Right.
They might be determining that they don't have to go that route to force a play.
These teams,
at least GBS is set.
These teams far from rivals,
right?
As they are not in the same league or conference. And GBS on paper, a much higher level team than this Neuqua Valley Wildcats. And we'll see sometimes as the game goes along, the frustration of being eliminated can get to you, regardless of who you're playing and if they're a rival or not. But as for the Neuqua Valley Wildcats, while they did not make the playoffs in the Illinois West Hockey League, they do have the McKeague Cup. So how Illinois West does it is there's 16 total teams. Top 8 make the playoffs. As Pajerski centers this one for Hoffer, but in his skates. Top 8 of 16 make the playoffs, and the bottom 8 have sort of a consolation tournament that they play in. So Neuqua Valley 3-0 in that, and they will be playing again this season. Not sure if that game's on the schedule yet, but While it is an elimination game here in the state tournament, it's not the end of the road for all the seniors and whatnot. And obviously, as for GBS, they've got the SHL playoffs to work with as well. Game 2 against Loyola Sunday, Game 3, if necessary, on Monday.
Like that stick work by Fagan, just, you know, if Neuqua has some momentum, he just stops it in his tracks by just throwing his stick out.
I hand it to Jacob Dutch there. A couple nice moves around Titan defenders. And it's hacked into the zone. We are under a minute to play in the first period. Titans up 1-0 on the goal by Blake Hoffer on the power play. Shot from the point by Mulvey, deflected by Hoffer in. Now Will Fagan in his own zone. Behind the net, in no hurry. Now he'll be pressured by Malone and forced to bring it out. Stretch pass looking for Cesario, but that missed him and will go just wide, it looks like, of the net. Looked like
kind of looked like he stopped it.
Here's this nice moves by Jacob Dutch. That first one there and second one right there.
I like the way he's skating. I like the way Dunn is skating. You know, they're covering a lot of ground. So if Philbin's going to hit that first period locker strategy at his bench, he's going to, you know, probably, you know, say, all right, keep an eye on those two.
So now here comes Adam Sokol over the line, right wing side, looked close to offsides, but no call. Luke Fagan tried a shot, didn't work, and it'll be played out of the zone. And that should just about do it here for period number 1 as the time ticks away. Adam Sokol's shot wouldn't have counted, and that is it. 17 minutes in the books, and the Titans up 1-0. John, they are absolutely dominating this game, but maybe they'd like to be dominating a little bit more as they meet at their bench for the first intermission.
Yeah, a 1-0 lead is not much, but I do think that GBS and the coaches are saying, you know, everything's, you know, just relax, just keep your tempo, right? I do have that sense, I don't know if you feel this way, Dylan, is that if GBS is going to score, it's going to be from, you know, some type of effective offensive play, and Neuqua kind of looks like they're going to score if GBS makes a defensive mistake. So, I mean, that's the way you want it as a coach. Just sharpen up your people on your D, and then you shouldn't have anything to worry about.
By the way, we have an update for you. Looks like game sheet has been edited, and now Ryan Mulvey with credit for the goal. So that's what I thought after that first replay, and it looks like that was the case. So check that. Ryan Mulvey with his 13th goal of the season for the defenseman captain.
Well, and that's so well-deserved because of that game that he had last time. So fantastic shot from the point. And just a well-deserved goal, and Dylan, those young eyes picked that up. I guess I'm a little too old. I thought it was a tip-in.
All right, so now the Titans and Wildcats switch sides. Thomas Preston heads down to our right, and Elijah Jacknick, that is, down to our left as you take a look at the Baker goalie cams here on the South Hockey Network. Dylan Ward here on play-by-play. John Ward, my color commentator, Gerard Boris, our technical engineer, and Brad Cesario, our chief scoreboard operator. And if you look at the scoreboard, we've got a little new feature. We've got the team's seeds and records on the season. Good little indicator to see where these teams are. But again, these Titans and Wildcats are playing two very differing strengths of schedules in Illinois high school hockey. And we are ready to go. Period of the long change. Titans in black now go from right to left, and the Wildcats from left to right. Titans looking to make an impact early as Sokol's shot takes a deflection off a stick and goes wide. Gets it back up high, Ryan Mulvey. Lays it down to Sokol. Right circle, back up to Will Fagan. High slot, takes a shot. That one blocked. Cesario tried to get his own rebound, but he couldn't. And now Boemke gets it out, and here comes Neuqua Valley. Dutch will send this one in. Will Fagan chases after it. 18-8 the shots on goal here at Glenview Ice Center. 2 already for the Titans in this period, so it was 16-8 after the first. Titans had them doubled up as Dutch tried to bring it into the zone. Stick checked away by Ryan Mulvey, and it goes out to Sulkin, who sends it back to neutral ice for Cesario. Jonathan Cesario crunched into the far side boards by Dutch. And now Surma in there battling for it. And Neuqua Valley takes it. Dutch skates back in his own zone, plays it out to Sommers in neutral ice. Couldn't get around Will Fagan, who played it down the other way for Hoffer, waiting at the blue line. Blake Hoffer. Now Pajerski, tough angle. Stevens right there by the net. And he did not tap that one home. That was a close call. And Ben Stevens, similar looking play to the goal he scored on against Loyola the other night.
Yeah, well, Pajerski's just a playmaker, you know, and he's sitting there and he's probably looking way outside, maybe defense, and then he throws it right at the GBS player that's just sitting there waiting for it. So it almost went in. It was a great play.
Man.
Maybe Neuqua got a stick on it there along with the goalie.
All right, so we're back underway. Titans with a lot of close chances, already 20 shots on goal as McPherson gets this one deep for Pajerski. Below the goal line it goes for Hoffer. Blake Hoffer, Titans leading goal scorer and point scorer. Now the Titans leading assist man, Pajerski gets it to the near side for Vanderploeg. Tough angle shot, bounces off a body, goes behind the net for Stevens, who tried to go up to McPherson guarding that blue line, missed him with the pass, and it goes all the way down to the Titans' end as they regroup in their own zone. Vanderploeg touch pass out to Hoffer. He spins, and I don't think he meant to leave it, but he did for Vanderploeg. Asher Vanderploeg crashes the net, backhand shot, could not beat the goaltender there.
Tried to do a Patrick Kane.
Yeah. Now Pajerski threw it up high, looking for Vanderploeg, but in the way of that, Neuqua's Jack Malone as it gets sent all the way down. Just far enough for an icing. 14:35 to go in the second, just the one goal in the game as the Titans have not scored tonight 5-on-5.
Dylan, if I could just go back to Pajerski, when I say that he's just I don't know, like a natural born, you know, playmaker, I actually think he's kind of Gretzky-esque in a sense that he gives me the feeling that he gets more pleasure out of setting people up than scoring goals. And I think that he's just flat out good at it.
Well, I'm sure if Benji watches this broadcast back, he's not going to mind hearing that comparison. As the now senior started as a sophomore on this varsity team, SHL season, 11 goals, 30 assists, and on the overall season, 17 goals, 47 assists. He actually led the SHL in assists and second place in points just behind Blake Hoffer.
Yeah, well, that's a pretty fantastic season. And I always got that feeling, you know, that that's what Gretzky was going to kill you on. Not the goals, although he was throwing those in. And by the way,
that one's covered up by the goaltender.
And by the way, we have a pretty exciting NHL storyline going as our little Washington Capitol. I was just there on a field trip with my students. You know, we're looking at maybe a new goal record coming our way. I think it's 16, 15 goals.
Yep.
So it should be pretty exciting.
Alexander Ovechkin, not even close to Gretzky's point record, but creeping up on his goal record. If you remember, he scored his 800th goal in Chicago against the Blackhawks a couple seasons ago. Here's Surma with a shot. He scores off the post and in. And Frank Surma doubles the Titans' lead. It's 2-0.
You know, Dylan, I think Frank Surma gets this goal because he's just quick on the release and he just surprised Jack Nick. So if you take a look at this, he's in close and then boom, it's already gone. And Jack Nick is probably saying what hit him. And it went right off the post, too, which is really cool.
Well, it feels like a while ago at this point, we were talking about Frank Surma's point drought. He's got now 3 goals in his last 4 games in all competitions. Scored against Loyola in Game 1. Scored against them on senior night as well. And the Titans lead 2-0 as this shot deflects in on that. Here's a shot. Big save made by Preston.
On Dutch.
As that puck goes to the far side corner for Cesario. Jonathan Cesario knocked off the puck. It's sitting there and sent back into the Titans zone. That looked close to offsides, but No whistle called. Now a centering pass in the stick of Sokol. Adam Sokol out to the neutral zone. Cesario hit a man into the boards and sent all the way down on net and covered up. Let's have another look at that zone entry there by the Wildcats.
You take a look here, and then this puck gets thrown.
Right. Yeah, I guess he did tag up.
Okay.
$13:19 to go in the second. 2-0 Titans. Goals from Ryan Mulvey and Frank Surma. Here's a crack at one for Luke Fagan, but into the glove of Jack Nick, and he hangs on. 13:15 to go now in the second.
Yeah, Weller and Fager back at the blue line. You got to think that, you know, everything's covered back on the defensive side. Nice shot by Fagan. It actually kind of dipped. Jack Nick made a pretty good glove stop. Right when I said that, he
now tipped by Lytle down into his own zone. Weller grabs it below the goal line. Aiden Weller going to get out to neutral ice. He eventually did, but couldn't hang on to the puck cleanly. Luke Fagan now taken away by Malone. He takes a shot and a save made by Preston. He stays perfect on the night with stop number 10.
Perfect on the night, perfect form, right? You take a look, this Neuqua player just picks this up as it moves past the GBS defense, and nice move there, but you're not going to get past Preston when he's kind of solidified himself right in this space.
Face off at the circle to Preston's left. The freshman goaltender for Glenbrook South, Sulkin, takes a slap shot from the point off a face-off win. Got blocked and eventually pinballs its way to the net. Thomas Preston covers it up. We'll do it again.
I could do a shout out to our friends, the Sulkins. Hope everything is going along pretty good in Wilmette.
Absolutely. I do not believe there's any relation there. You never know. Fourth or fifth cousins or something. Here's Hoffer, trying to get around Dutch. He could not. Then he knocks Dutch into the near side boards. Played down to the far side. And Blake Hoffer brings it out. Titans have some numbers. He's got Stevens with him, gets it to him. Ben Stevens with a shot, and that one stopped by Jack Nick. Rebound out to Hoffer. Couldn't hang on to it. Now a slap shot by Ryan Mulvey. Stopped by the goaltender.
Wow, what a great opportunity for GBS. Better save by Jack Nick, though. You'll watch this play develop. It's a 2-on-1, and boom, he just hits Stevens, and Stevens comes in and tries to go for that near side. And I think, you know, Jack Nick kind of forced him over that way. Didn't leave him much room to come back to the other side. So he had it pretty well covered, but good play.
Now Vanderplug takes a shot, deflected just wide. Rebound down low. And the Wildcats able to tip this one out. Vanderplug back in his own zone. If you're joining us late, Asher Vanderplug playing in his first game since October after sitting out for almost all the season with that injury. Good to have the junior back and suited up playing here in this game. And to tell you the truth, it doesn't really look like he's missed half of the, or almost all the season. And also, by the way, he is donning his alternate captain A patch on his jersey for the first time, as he was named an alternate captain after his injury. So finally able to wear the A for the Glenbrook South Titans.
Yeah, Asher's legs look pretty good tonight.
And I'll tell you what, he may have been out. I don't think he missed a single game in terms of being in the building, being the Titans' biggest cheerleader on the bench. That looked offsides, and there's the whistle. 11:02 to go in the second period. Titans up 2-0 on Neuqua Valley. The goals from Ryan Mulvey and Frank Surma here in game number 1 on the route to the United Center.
Yeah, Mascari just kind of mixes up how you enter and come in that zone when you have that pass that's a little bit behind him. Could have been a good offensive play, but lucky for GBS, he just sidestepped himself.
Face off in neutral ice, won by the Titans. Luke Fagan Plays it out to the neutral zone. Hoffer now to Pajurski. Benji Pajurski trying to split a couple defenders. He could not. Now Luke Fagan with a shot. That one blocked. Hoffer gets it back. Blake Hoffer centers it. Pajurski just out of his reach. And now here comes Neuqua Valley. They've got a 3-on-2 here. It's Delmonico, the defenseman, coming over the line. Down below the goal line and unable to get even a shot attempt off. Now the Titans come the other way. They've got numbers. Blake Hoffer, that one just past his stick, but he catches up to it. Hoffer behind the net, wraparound try, stopped by the pad of Jacknick. Blake Hoffer up high with it, sends it down low.
I love Hoffer's reach.
Yeah. And a shot from Luke Fagan, tough angle. That one stopped by Jacknick. Hoffer gets it in the slot, couldn't get a shot off, and now the Wildcats will just send this one down, and they're okay with icing because they need a change, but lucky for them, it actually did not go far enough for icing, so we'll continue on.
It was a good change by Neuqua. That's how you practice it.
And good on all of those players as Weller takes a shot, that one high of the net, rebound, unable to be controlled. You know, and they were icing that puck to get a change, and all those guys knew exactly what was going on, that puck might slow down just enough, so they were able to get that change off in time. Now the other direction, the Titans. Adam Sokol over the line, right wing side, getting around Zucker. Sokol centers it, Hoffer couldn't get a backhander on net. It's Blake Hoffer out there with Cesario and Sokol, so he's at the end of a long shift.
Hoffer looked like he was taken down there. Maybe a no call just because of the score.
Now Sokol down behind the net. Cesario plays catch with Adam Sokol. Now back up to the captain, Mulvey. Near side, Will Fagan sends this one down deep once again. Adam Sokol. Down to Surma. Frank Surma to the near side, Will Fagan. Down to Sokol. Plays it down low for Cesario. Titans have had it in the offensive zone for a while, but haven't been able to get a shot off, and not right as I say that, it comes out of the zone. Halfway through regulation time here in Glenview. The score 2-0 in favor of the Titans here in the AHAI State Playoff round of 32. Single elimination here in state, unlike SHL, best 2 out of 3. Bunnell just unable to grab this puck off a pass off the boards, and it'll be icing. Evan Bunnell points in 12 of his last, 8 points in 8 of his last 12 games, 16 points in total, after only 2 points in his first 17 games, so he's been heating up lately.
I'd like to see GBS start, and maybe Philbin wants this too, is start working those passes over their own blue line, red line, then the offensive zone blue line. You know, maybe a little less stretch passes, and you know, kind of tic-tac-toe it out of those zones. It's good practice.
Now Malone, first name not Post, by the way. Back for Vanderplug in his own zone, can't clear the zone. Baird takes it away for Neuqua Valley. Now Lytle out of the zone, off the far boards for Boris. Zach Boris over the line, leaves it. Lytle takes a shot, that one off the pad of Jacknick, and the Wildcats bring it back out. Here is Malone. Jack Malone taken down, and that's going to be a penalty against the Titans with 7:34 to go in the second, and the Titans with a power play goal this evening. Neuqua Valley about to have their first look.
Typical, you know, that you end up pulling a guy down that's got you beat on speed. Just for this second, here comes Malone. He stretches it out, goes over the red line, and just, he knows, you know, the GBS player knows he's beat, so sometimes that's instinctive. Sometimes that's a good penalty to take. I don't think it would have been that much of a threat, but.
Well, the Titans penalty kill, sponsored by Hannah Vanderplug Trial Attorneys, and their penalty kill has been red hot, 24 for 25 in their last 6 games, 94.5% in their last 15 games as this shot goes wide. As for the Wildcats, they've scored a power play goal. They've scored 4 power play goals in their last 2 games, so they're red hot, but let's see what they can do against one of the better PKs in the top league.
I like Neuqua's play here, just playing keep away.
Dutch with a slap shot into the glove of Preston. He hangs on. 7 flat to go here in the second.
Good idea by Dutch to send that on net. They just need a couple more players in front of Preston if it's going to be effective. Preston's only going to let a goal go by that he doesn't see. Or that's the feeling I get tonight in most games, you know. So if you can clear the lane, then you don't even have to think about it. Preston's back there, and he's got your back.
Thomas Preston red hot. You look at his last couple games, the shutout against Loyola in the state playoffs. He had the game against GBN where they scored the late game winner to make it 2-1. They eventually had the empty netter, so only 2 goals allowed there in that one against the second best team in the state. As Fagan out to Sokol, sends this one down. Here's Dutch for the Wildcats. Jacob Dutch leads the team in power play points with 3 goals, 2 assists in IHSHL West regular season play. Will Fagan rifles this one down. The Titans are changing. Wildcats trying to catch them in doing so. Here comes Malone over the line on sides, takes a shot, stopped by Preston, and the rebound swiped out of there by the Titans.
Preston got it on the yellow of his pads. I like the design on his big goalie pads, and he just threw that right leg out and said, not on my watch.
Now Dutch down the left wing side, takes a tough angle shot, stopped by Preston, and the Titans with another clear off the boards and all the way on net. Why not?
I think Dutch missed the opportunity there. He kind of took the shot from I mean, he's got a great shot, took it from a tough angle. He had one of his players just sneaking into the slot all by himself.
And now Fagan all the way down. Not much more you could ask for here in terms of penalty kill for the Glenbrook South Titans as they make it 1-for-1. McPherson free. To the bench he goes in exchange for Ben Stevens. We are back to 5-on-5 play. Here's Mallet over the line, takes a shot. That one wide. No save necessary for Preston. Now far side corner. Titans trying to clear it out. Now Pajurski brings it out through the neutral zone. Benji Pajurski looking to keep a point streak alive. Pajurski, tough angle. He'll wrap around instead. Come to the near side left circle. Takes a shot. Blocked by Bear. And the rebound grabbed once again by Pajurski. Centered it looking for Hoffer and never got to him. And it comes out to the neutral zone for Aiden Weller. Under 5 to go in the second period before we head to the locker room.
Bear caught that one right on his right foot. I wonder if he needs one of his family aspirins when this is over.
Hoffer's shot stopped and out to neutral ice. Bear will play this one deep. Aiden Weller takes it for the Titans. Out to Hoffer, he's got it. Blake Hoffer splits the D, he's on a breakaway, takes a shot, and that one stopped by Jacknick. And the SHL's leading goal scorer, unable to score on the breakaway there against Jacknick. Now Mallet out to neutral ice. That one bounces by the stick of Luke Fagan, but he's first to it and able to clear the zone, but not by too much. Wildcats have to tag up to stay onside. And Aiden Weller brings it out through the neutral zone.
Jacknick's got to feel pretty good about that because Hoffer is a good player with good moves. He got a little close in there, but you just have to feel good when you stop Hoffer.
Now touch pass by Cesario, finds Surma. Now Cesario takes a shot, that one wide. Luke Fagan, right point, down to Sokol, right circle. Eventually goes to Surma, unconventionally. Up to Luke Fagan with a shot, save made, rebound. Some bodies right in front of the net, but no one there to get a second crack at it. Now Weller to the net, wide, off the back of the goal. Cesario trying to bank that one in off the goaltender. He's unable to. Feels like it's been a while without a whistle here as Luke Fagan back in his own zone. Plays it off the boards and out to Cesario. Jonathan Cesario has Sokol with him. Now Adam Sokol with the puck. Sokol trying to backhand pass that one to Surma, but he's unable to. Sokol now trying to get it to Cesario, but a skate in the way for Neuqua Valley.
Sokol's possessed on this shift.
And now a man taken down, that's Cesario. No penalty called. It was a light tap, but now meanwhile Malone comes the other way. Rolling puck, but he's able to get a shot away. Preston will hang on to that one, take no risk there.
You know, this is a good example. If you're taking a look, you never give up skating. You watch the GBS players, Weller coming in and just trying to reach Malone as fast as he can. Malone, for sure, can feel didn't have any problem stopping that.
Illinois State Championship round of 32. State playoffs. Now a long stretch pass, just missed Hoffer. And it's an icing instead of a breakaway.
I like that they're trying to, you know, they're trying to find Hoffer just cruising through the middle like 2, 3, 4 times. I think they've connected on 2 of them and haven't connected on 2 of them. But if he was going to get that one, it was going to be a backhand reception. Puck was moving a little bit too fast for him. But I like what Pajurski's thinking. Spread it out and hit the man who's got all the momentum.
It remains 2-0, the same score we've had. As Pajurski takes a shot, that one stopped by Jacknick. Same score we've had since 14:06 to go in the second period, as the Titans have been dominating, but having a hard time scoring goals against this Neuqua Valley team. When you take a look at, you know, some of the recent results in the round of 32, 8-0 last year against St. Viator's Varsity 2 team. Titans the 6th seed here against the number 27 seed. Neuqua Valley in the Red Division. Here's a shot by Hoffer, that one stopped. Rebound, Pajurski below the goal line, tried to play it up. Will Fagan keeps it in, takes a shot. That one wouldn't go. It looked like the goalie got a piece of that, maybe the post as well. Now Gears. Tried to get that one out to Mallet, but it hit the wrong number 8. Here is Pajurski now to Hoffer, and eventually Mallet will get it and send it out to Neuqua Valley, but Pajurski seals that one away. Nice pass, finds Hoffer. Blake Hoffer whiffed on a shot, and the Wildcats will now clear it out. They've got a 3-on-2 here. It's Mallet, but all he can do is dump it in. Ryan Mulvey chasing after it. To the near side for Will Fagan. Now Pajurski in his own zone, try to send a pass over. Nearly dangerous as that hit Mallet's stick, but it will come out to Frank Surma. Surma over the line, gets around Sulkin, takes a shot, hits the side of the net. Surma gets it back, centers it. Adam Sokol with a shot, but the whistle had sounded.
I think the net's off.
Good call there, John. As we take another look at this chance for the Titans. Good keep in there by Will Fagan. And yeah, let's see exactly what happened there.
I think that might have hit number 11 and changed directions.
Yeah, it took a weird bounce. Oh, right off the helmet of Jacknick. So there's a save made by Jacknick. And the Wildcats will try and bring it back out. Titans just defending their offensive blue line very nicely. Now Cesario with a shot. What a save made by the pad of Jacknick. And there's going to be a penalty after all that.
I don't think there's going to be a penalty. I think the net came off again, and it wouldn't have been a goal even if he put it in. Because you can see here, boom, and the first shot.
I think that would have been in. This will give us our better idea.
Yeah, you can see the first shot is stopped by Jacknick, and then it comes back to the GBS player on his second shot, right? He tries to put it in, but it's moved off. Now they're putting it back on. I was just looking at that ref down in the corner, and he was waving it off.
All right, inside the final minute here at Glenview Ice Center. The Titans would love to add one more before they go to the locker room. Here's Surma with a shot, that one wide. Rebound to the near side, Cesario. Down to Surma. And Adam Sokol sends it up high for Weller. Across to the near side, Ryan Mulvey. Ryan Mulvey sends this one down. Mulvey with a goal already tonight. As a matter of fact, both Titan goal scorers on the ice right now, with Frank Surma as well. Now up to Weller, takes a shot. That one stopped by the pad. 20 seconds now. On the near side, Neuqua Valley able to get this one out and down. Hayden Weller with it in his own zone, out for Cesario. Jonathan Cesario over the blue line, right wing side. Kicks the puck ahead to his stick. Titans running out of time as this centering pass goes to Jacob Dutch. And 2 seconds, he's gonna have to try a shot if he wants any chance, and he's not able to. And the buzzer sounds on period number 2, and the Titans skate into the locker room with the lead, 2-0, but maybe they thought it'd be a little higher.
Well, Dylan, I think that the player that you have to look at, the best player on the ice so far is Neuqua's goalie, Jack Nick. I mean, he's got them still in this game just being down 2-0. He's made 33 saves tonight, and a lot of them very, very powerful, nice setup play shots, you know, that were difficult, right? Preston's having a little bit of an easier night. He's got 14 shots, and yet Jack Nick is the one that is working a little bit harder here. So, you know, that's not going to hold up if his teammates don't put one in the net. But we're going to pat him on the back and say, hey, great performance, but you're not going to come away with a win. So when they're in the locker room, his coach is going to probably tell Jack Nick, do the exact same thing you've been doing. Let's get the other guys, you know, Dutch, Dunn, all the D's, you know, get in there and see if you can put one in the net and make this a one-goal game.
All right, well, we'll take a break here on the South Hockey Network. Don't go anywhere. Lots of hockey still to be played here at Glenview Ice Center as the third period looms. As soon as the Zamboni takes care of business, Dylan Ward, John Ward saying, we'll be right back. Welcome back to the South Hockey Network, everybody, live on YouTube and live from the Glenview Community Ice Center. The third period is here between the Glenbrook South Titans and Neuqua Valley Wildcats. The Titans, pretty heavy favorites against Neuqua Valley, but only leading 2-0. Shots on goal 35-14, John. And what do you think the Titans talked about in the locker room?
Yeah, probably Phil told them, this is a little closer than I thought it would be, boys. So I need you to go out there and put me in the 4-0 range, and maybe I could drop my shoulders a little bit and relax and see this one through. But obviously, next goal's got to be GBS's. I don't think GBS is going to be worried if. He's not going to want that to happen. And certainly Preston doesn't. Preston wants.
And the Titans 17 minutes from closing this one out if the score stays the same, and one step closer to the United Center as the Titans are looking for their first state championship since 2006.
He also probably, the Neuqua coach said, Philbin said, keep your eye on number 77, Riamondi, because he's got some decent points this year, but I think that he's had a pretty quiet game so far.
Yeah, their leading point scorer on the team. As a matter of fact, he was without a point in his last two, so maybe a little bit of a cold streak for him. But now here's Dutch with 13 points in his last 8 games and goals in 4 of his last 5. He's been a man to watch all night for Neuqua Valley. But here come the Titans. It's Benji Pajerski. Couldn't bring that one over cleanly. Wildcats did not score in the third period in their last game, but they'd scored 11 third period goals in their prior 5 games. They also outscored Marist 3-0 in that play-in game to get here and route to their 6-2 win. Pardon me, 3-2, they outscored them. Here's Hoffer right in front of the net and unable to get that one by the goaltender, who's really having a great night for Neuqua Valley, Elijah Jacknick. And now here's some physicality emerging, and a penalty's going to come out of it.
Maybe they're both going to go. I think it's Pajerski for a cross check.
And looks like it was just out of our view how it started.
Now we might have missed the cross check. He said cross checking, but I didn't see that. I looked a little too late.
So Pajerski goes to the box. It looks like only him. And the Wildcats are going back to the power play. So all penalty kills for the Titans, sponsored by Hannah Vanderploeg Trial Attorneys. The Titans had a pretty good PK last time. 1 for 1. Let's see what they can do here on their second penalty kill. Sulkin off a face-off win, sends this one wide. Bounces in front of the net, off the end board. Sokol trying to clear it out. Del Monaco, I should say, keeps it in. Not Del Mastro of the Blackhawks. Now here come the Titans shorthanded. It's Adam Sokol with Cesario. Sokol with a shot, that one wide. As Adam Sokol was looking for his second shorty of the year. Now Bear over the line, left wing side, runs into Luke Fagan, but gets the puck back. Here's Bear, threw it right in front, but that one wouldn't go. And now Adam Sokol brings it out, plays it around Dutch. Sokol catching up to it. 1-on-5, needs some help while his teammates change. And it'll be regained by Neuqua Valley, or so I thought, as this one's centered by Sokol, go across for Surma, and now it will be regained by Neuqua.
I liked Adam Sokol's choice of shot there. That's like the most exciting shot in hockey. I still think the slap shot. He just outskated the Neuqua player and really got all of it, just sent it wide.
Another shorthanded rush as the Titans kill more time on this penalty. And sent down. Really, I mean, you talk about maybe this team being a little lower skill level than the Titans, but either way, the penalty kill has just been on fire in this game and in their last few games. As now Luke Fagan and eventually Aiden Weller clears it out just out of the reach of Blake Hoffer, who could have had a shorthanded breakaway, but unable to grab that puck cleanly. He'll try and play it in front for Surma, but that pass accidentally hits the back of the goal, and Neuqua Valley comes the other direction. Right in front, that pass missed a man. Here comes Hoffer the other way. Does Surma have enough gas in the tank? Hoffer tried to get over to Frank Surma. He could not. And that will finish the Neuqua Valley power play. And how about the Titans? 26 for 27 on the kill in their last 27 shorthanded situations. Delmonico got his pocket picked. Pajurski racing after the puck. Benji Pajurski to the net. Backhander. Couldn't get that one by. What a stop there by Jacknick. Now Pajurski gets it back. Left circle, fires. That one stopped. Jacknick is without his stick. Ryan Mulvey up high, takes a shot. Wouldn't go. Rebound, they score. It's Benji Pajurski. And he does get the goal. It's 3-0 Titans.
Benji Pajurski was moving so well on that play. They're really causing a lot of havoc. This shot goes from the point, actually almost gets tipped in by Hoffer, and then it just squirts out to the right, and Jacknick just couldn't reach it. You watch here, boom. I think even Hoffer is going to get an assist on this one too, but Pajurski was right there to just seal the deal.
And this is that chance by Benji Pajurski just moments before. And how does this one stay out? I mean, he eventually gets the goal just seconds after, but Jacknick with a really impressive stop here against Benji Pajurski.
Yeah, I think it ends up
off the post.
Off the post and into the big pads, and it just then loosened up.
So Benji Pajurski, who was out a point so far in the game, extends his point streak to 9 straight. Again, only 3 goals, but 14 assists in that streak. Now he's got a goal, so 4 goals for 18 total points.
Well, the way he's moving out there, you just knew that he was going to pick up something. And he, you know, I think it's fun to score goals. So, you know, even if he has the rep of being a kind of a playmaker, it's fun to put it in the net.
Great hockey IQ. As Bonnell's shot, stopped by the goaltender, sort of feeling it after that one, and his goalie mask strap comes loose, and that'll draw a whistle. Here with 13:05 to go in the third period. Titan goals tonight from Ryan Mulvey. At least that's what it says on the score sheet. I'll tell you, during the intermission, we looked at that about 15 times, and it's just so hard to tell if that deflected off Blake's stick or the defender for Neuqua Valley. But again, the book has it as Ryan Mulvey, so I guess.
I think that's correct. I think it hit that Neuqua player right in the stomach.
Inconclusive, so you got to go with what's called, right? And Frank Surma with the second, now Benji Pajurski with the third. Here's Bonnell, over to Lytell. Lytell takes a shot, stopped by the goaltender, Jacknick. Rebound near side, Boris centered it, Bonnell, it's in his skates. Now Boris plays it off the end boards, it goes down to the far side. And Malone pokes it out, has McPherson and Vanderplug to beat. Asher Vanderplug with it in his own zone, out to the neutral zone for Bonnell. Who got it to Lytell. Couldn't bring it over the blue line cleanly, and Bear. Now Lytell sending this one down. Lytell settles it down on his forehand. Taken away by Neuqua Valley. They'll play it off the glass and out. They might have a 2-on-1. McPherson defending this pass, unable to get it to Bear. Boy, he would have had a clean-cut breakaway had his man. It's like that's Malone was able to get it to him. Now Bonnell the other direction with speed. Gets it over to Lytell. He shoots that one off the post. And the Titans that close to making it 4-zip. Now Weller left point, gets run into, and Neuqua able to clear it all the way down. Will it go far enough? No, it's waved off by the official. Titans looking to advance to the Sweet 16 here in the AHAI State playoffs, where they will play on home ice if they do secure this victory and face off against the winner between Lake Forest Varsity 1 or Loyola Maroon. That game will be on Sunday at Alumni Memorial Fieldhouse, just before the Titans game in the SHL playoffs. Here's one bouncing off the end boards, but grabbed and covered by Preston, who's 15 for 15 on the night.
It's a good play here, and then the shot off the post. So Jacknick's best friend, the post, just has him down 3-0.
Lytell just that close. As the puck falls, we're back underway. Jonathan Cesario. Raimondi, and now Dutch takes it for Neuqua Valley. Again, Neuqua Valley still participating in the McKeague Cup. Illinois West, 16 teams. Top 8 make the playoffs. Bottom 8 play in the consolation tournament, the McKeague Cup, and that's still in progress. Here's a centering pass and a shot. Big save made by Preston, keeping the 0 on the board. Now Raimondi with a shot, and he makes another stop with 10.5 to go, and Will Fagan gets knocked down by Ryan Gears, and there's going to be at least one penalty out of all this.
I actually think it's going to be, GBS is going to have the man advantage, because I think number 7 on Neuqua is going to get hit with a cross check here.
Oh, this is not the...
Oh, this is the great save by Preston, because that was one of the rarer passes, nice offensive plays by Neuqua. I mean, that was sweet. Preston just made a sweeter save.
Unfortunately, we did not clip that replay of the penalty, but it does send Vince Raimondi to the box. The Titans on the power play for the second time. All power plays brought to you by RSM, the power of being understood. And, well, John, they're 1 for 1. Only took them 7 seconds the first time. Let's see what happens here.
Well, Raimondi is the one that's, if I'm pronouncing that right, he's the one that's, he's not the one that you want to go to the box for Neuqua.
And that shot taken by Mulvey, almost an exact same play, and the fans upset with Blake Hoffer.
A penalty is going to be called here on Hoffer.
Let's see here. So I didn't think there was anything wrong with this.
Well, I'm trying to figure out what they're going to call.
Because the puck was loose. The whistle had not gone yet, but Blake Hoffer, yeah, you can see here it goes into the glove, and it does come out. You got the better look on the main cam, but I think
I know that, but what's the penalty going to be? Are they going to give him
right slashing?
2 minutes for trying?
Slashing the official call. Well, John, it only took 7 seconds to get a power play goal. This time it only takes 7 seconds for the Titans to reduce it to 4-on-4. So we'll play some 4-on-4, which you don't see a lot in high school hockey, as coincidental penalties keep it 5-on-5. You only get this 4-on-4 when the penalties did not happen at the same time. So some more open ice out there, and the Titans have struggled to finish here tonight. As this one centered Stevens, what a save made by Jacknick on that redirection right in front.
Wow. So Pajerski cuts wide on this one, and so he just scored the goal. But watch this as he's coming in, he's looking for Stevens, and he just really fires a pass right to the slot. Stevens has a nice redirection. Jacknick made a nice save on that one, but it's almost like Pajerski said, let me go back to what, I do best.
By the way, it looks like Team Canada up 3-1 on Team Sweden. It's Four Nations face-off underway tonight. USA plays Finland tomorrow night. That should be a good one. 7 o'clock. As now Surma for the Titans in the attacking zone here in the 4-on-4. Mulvey with a shot. That one kicked out of there by the pad of Jacknick. And Dutch circles back in his own zone. Plays it back Delmonico. And off the far boards in the neutral zone out to Will Fagan. Fagan trying to connect with Sokol there. Now Will Fagan gets it back. Sends it into the zone. Delmonico takes it away for Neuqua Valley. Here's Dutch. Trying to get around Sokol. He could not. Now Adam Sokol racing after the puck, trying to beat Delmonico to it. But Gino Delmonico first to the puck.
Yeah, nice play.
9 minutes to play here in regulation time. Neuqua Valley going to need a goal every 3 minutes at this rate if they want to have a chance to come back in this one.
Well, what they're going to have to do is open up, which always is a gamble, right? I like the hit by Fagan. Just say, hey, Dutch is their biggest player on their team, and he just stopped him in his tracks.
And the Titans able to send this one all the way down because of their 7 seconds on the kill, and that means we do have to mention that all penalty kills sponsored by Hannah Vanderploeg Trial Attorneys. Now here's a shot. Pajerski looking for his second of the evening, but that one stopped by Jacknick. And the Wildcats back out through neutral ice. Titans leading shots 43-18 here at the Glenview Ice Center. Pajerski around a couple defenders. Now it's sticked out. Aiden Weller keeps it alive, top of the slot, unable to get a shot. Luke Fagan Back down low, and this one bounces out. Ben Stevens plays it ahead. Blake Hoffer turning on the speed. Hoffer to the net, tried to center it, but it bounces off a stick, and Pajerski gets taken down, and we're gonna get some action down there below the goal line.
Yeah, I think that was just a bang-bang play, and then you had the Pajerski coming in, number 8 on Neuqua. Didn't like the way he was treating his goalie. You know, I wouldn't say that that's such a bad thing. You just want to make sure nobody gets injured. But then you had Stevens coming into Pajerski's defense.
And we're going to get penalties as a result. Ben Stevens will go to the box for the Titans, and Summers will go to the box for Neuqua Valley. So each team's number 9.
Well, listen, both of these teams have a lot of pride. I mean, if you're going to mess with a player, then I'm gonna come and help my player out. So I like what I saw there. You know, you'd even see that in the NHL. It's sticking up for your buds. The clock is not in Neuqua's on Neuqua's side here, as I think Neuqua's going to have to start taking some chances here if they're going to, you know, get their first goal.
Dylan Ward, John Ward with you here on the South Hockey Network. Happy you're spending your Wednesday night with us. Hope you're staying warm and staying off the roads out there. I'm not sure if the snow's still coming down, but it's been a snowy one here in the Chicago area today. Here's Ramondi centering it, gets it back. Here's a shot, that one blocked and deflected wide. No save necessary for Thomas Preston. Now fired down below the line. Preston settles it down. Got it to Aiden Weller. Weller through neutral ice. The senior defenseman, Weller, takes a shot, blocked by the other number 2 out there and up and into the netting. We've seen that a lot of times tonight, where each team player with the same jersey number.
Yeah, they're just not able to get it through. You know, Weller skated all the way up and say, hey, listen, let me just use my speed here. I don't need it to pass it to anybody. I can move in, get a few seconds off the clock, and then you can see him trying to, you know, place it at the right spot between the Neuqua defender's legs.
Here's another shot, stopped by Jacknick. As the Titans up to 44 now, there's going to be a penalty called against Neuqua Valley, as Preston trying to shoot that one from the left side, and now the whistle goes.
Boy, I didn't see that. It might be a hook. Slash.
Here's the replay of it.
Yeah, if you come around, nice shot, good try on the tip there. And watch as the puck is skated behind the net. Just right there, I think number 70 gave him a heavy chop right on the arm.
Looks like number 78, Noah Zucker. So to the power play go the Titans. Once again, all power play sponsored by RSM, the power of being understood. And well, John, it was only 7 seconds worth of power play time before it became a 4-on-4, but they all count the same. So the Titans 1 for 2 on the man advantage here tonight. And the coaching staff for Neuqua Valley getting some kind of explanation here.
Well, you take a look at the line that Philbin puts out here, Pajerski, Bonnell, and Hoffer, and so I think he wants to get to that 4-0 point that I spoke of as we started this period.
So even though they're on the power play, for whatever reason, looks like they'll drop the puck in the neutral zone. Not sure why. But nonetheless, the Titans win the draw. Weller back for Mulvey. Ryan Mulvey to Pajerski. Pajerski tried to pass to Weller, but it's sticked away by Mallett. 6.5 to go here in regulation time. The Titans hope it's 6.5 to go in the game. Here's Bonnell over the line, trying to get around Dunn. Bonnell skates down below that goal line. Evan Bonnell looking to stay hot in terms of points. He'll pass up to Weller, now down to Mulvey. Benji Pajerski up to Ryan Mulvey off a deflection. Now Aiden Weller, top of the circle. Bonnell tipped it on its way, but I don't think that ever hit the net. Bounced off a skate right in front.
How about a one-timer?
Hoffer gets it to Mulvey, across for Weller. That one past him. Gets it back off the board, centered it, looking for Hoffer, but it deflects high up and out of play. Down to 5:43 to go in the third period. The Titans leading 3-0 here against Neuqua Valley with goals from Ryan Mulvey, Frank Surma, and Benji Pajerski in that order.
Yeah, on that last play, I think Weller is getting excited. He wants to score a goal and just took his eyes off the puck for 1 second. He's thinking ahead, and you just got to stay in the moment.
Neuqua Valley dumps this one down on the kill. Bounces off the boards and goes to Vanderplug. Asher Vanderplug playing in his first game back, and boy, the initial plan was limited shifts, but he's been out there for Jim Philbin a decent amount, and I'll tell you what, not much rust for him. Here's Asher Vanderplug. Centered it, here's a tip by Sokol right on net, and eventually the whistle sounds. 5:15 to go, and Asher close to getting on the board with an assist here in his first game back. Boy,
that was a sweet play. You'll watch this. He sends it right through the slot. It's tipped on net. I think this ref had a pretty fast whistle here because that puck really came down fast. You'll see it better here. It hits Jack Nick's right shoulder and it comes down. Boom. I mean, that's no whistle.
Back to live action. 20 seconds to go on the Titan power play, looking for their second PPG of the evening here at Glenview Ice Center. As Frank Surma comes over the line, right wing side. Surma up to Vanderplug, right point, fires a shot, that one off the pad. And the Titans now up to 49 shots on goal here in this one. Frank Surma up high, power play is over, here's a shot, and there's number 50. So 50 shots here for the Titans, and now Sokol trying to make it 51. That 50 shots matches Sandberg with 50 shots against St. Ignatius Maroon earlier on here in the state playoffs. So if the Titans can get one more, they'll have the most shots in a single game so far in the AHAI state playoffs.
Well, I think that says a lot about Jack Nick's game tonight. He's really the guy that's kept them in it as the puck sails over the glass. You know, stopping 47 shots. You know, if you're in the away barn, they're gonna ask you to come out as a star of the game. So
4:10 to go, round of 32 really kicks into gear this weekend as the Titans here are the first SHL team to get going. I believe 3 games tomorrow, 3 games Friday, 4 on Saturday, and another 3 on Sunday. So it's going to be a packed weekend of round of 32. 2 games already in the books as St. Viator Varsity 2 beat Evanston and Neuqua Blue beat Notre Dame, as we're going to get another penalty here.
Yeah, right off the bat, I love the play by Fagan, just throwing his body. I'll take one for the team. Now Higgins, kind of a, you know, unnecessary penalty. I think he's going to get a cross check, and it was totally behind the play. So,
all right, well, Titans back to the kill. All penalty kills sponsored by Hannah Vanderplug Trial Attorneys, as the Titans looking to keep that number on the right side of the scoreboard the same. And a clear here is a good way to start.
They've been proficient at that tonight. A lot of strong clears.
And this pass missed, and they didn't even bring it into the attacking zone before the Titans cleared that one down. Neuqua Valley going to throw everything they can here at the Titans. Here when it comes to the state playoffs, you talk about all the seniors and whatnot as this puck. Sorry, John, I was checking a note. Did you happen to catch what happened there?
Yeah, I think just, let's see, yeah, Will Fagan went ahead to, he might have been trying to put it off the board, get Sokol behind everybody and send him in, but he a little too overzealous and I think threw it into his own bench.
All right, 3:26 to go. Face off in the Titans' own zone, circle to the freshman, Thomas Preston's left. As they try and clear it out, Zucker keeps it in, now played up high. This one sent down low. Ryan Mulvey bringing it around the boards, and out it comes all the way down. Jack Nick settles it down behind the goal line. Zucker takes it for the Wildcats. And now Bumke takes a hit from Weller near side along the boards. Pajerski gets it and fires this one down.
I like the hit by Weller. I mean, there's not a lot of need for it tonight, and but you're playing hockey, so you want to do all the things that are fun about hockey, and one of them is hitting people.
Shorthanded chance here. Surma trying to send that one over to Pajerski, nearly off a stick and into their own net, but that did not happen. Now the Wildcats will not ice this one as Weller keeps it, and will just keep play alive. Pajerski in neutral ice. Nice couple of moves here. Benji Pajerski with a shot stop. Rebound crashing the net there was Frank Surma, but couldn't make anything happen. Now the other way comes Neuqua Valley. Tanner Mallett takes a shot. Save made by Preston as he deflects it into the near corner. 2 minutes on the clock here at Glenview Ice Center as the Titans can taste the round of 16. Now a shot by Bear wide of the net. Rebound behind the goal line. Tried to bank it in off the back of the mask of Preston, but they could not. And out to neutral ice it goes. Doesn't look like Neuqua has any plans here, John, to pull their goaltender either. As Mallett takes a shot, stopped by Preston. He's got 20 stops here tonight. 21, excuse me. As now Mulvey, nice move around one, fires a shot, tough angle. Couldn't get that one below the crossbar. Now Charlie Preston out to Sommers, and Delmonico dumps it back into the Titan zone. Cole McPherson out to Charlie Preston. Sends it in, looking for Weiss, couldn't get it to him. And now Preston with a steal. He takes a shot, save made by Jack Nick. Charlie Preston looking for a late one there, but John, we are under a minute to play here at the Glenview Ice Center in the AHAI State playoffs.
Yeah, and I don't think GBS had to rack up a million goals tonight. They just played a decent game, not one of their best. I just taking a look at some of these skaters, you're going to want your skaters to skate, and Pajerski did that tonight. Hoffer did that tonight. All the players really, they seemed like they were solid on their skates, especially Pajerski. That's why he gets such good passes and such hard shots, is he's a very, very good skater, and so he's balanced, and he's, getting a lot of muscle into what he does.
Back in the Titan zone, Luke Fagan. Goals tonight from Ryan Mulvey, Frank Surma, and Benji Pajerski, one per period here in this 3-0 lead with 30 seconds to go. Charlie Preston down below the goal line. Weiss, but unable to grab it. Kept in the zone, McPherson with a shot tipped, and save made by Jack Nick as the Titans are looking for their fourth.
And that was, just a good stop. Higgins was just sniffing around the goalie, ready to, take that tip from the point. So he wants to get on the scoreboard. I understand that.
Left circle face-off won by Neuqua Valley. And it goes up and out of play once again. 11.6 to go, and the Titan celebration here has to be delayed once again.
I haven't mentioned the Burnsy linesman that's out there. I don't know if we can see the beard on the linesman, but it reminds me of Burns.
Puck falls, it's won by Neuqua Valley. They can't clear it out. McPherson sends this one in on net, arcs on its way. Neuqua Valley clears it all the way down, and that'll do it. The Glenbrook South Titans are on their way to the AHAI round of 16. And in both postseasons, the SHL playoffs and the AHAI State playoffs, they will begin their journey with a 3-0 Thomas Preston shutout.
Right, and a Jack Nick 51 save performance. So as they're getting ready to shake hands, I think we got to give Jack Nick, his due.
Absolutely, and Jack Nick will lead the line for Neuqua Valley, and it looks like they'll have Thomas Preston lead the line for Glenbrook South. And, well, not a lot of too high danger scoring opportunities for Neuqua Valley, but an impressive performance by Thomas Preston. And how about with only 3 shutouts all season long coming into the playoffs? He gets 28 saves against Loyola Gold in game 1 of that series and 21 saves here tonight for a total of 49 in his last 2 games, both of which shutouts.
You're not going to look at a champion without looking at your goalie, and your goalie coming to, you know, it's like good chili. You know, the oil rises to the top, and so he's got to be playing his best hockey as he just sails really through tonight. I don't, you know, unblemished, and I don't, you know, might have sweated a little bit, but not too much. And so he's got this one in the books. He knows that the competition is going to get stiffer. So does GBS. So, but you know, my hat's off to the Neuqua team. They come in here. You got to try your best, and they did, and they were just outmatched tonight.
All right, well, the Titans have advanced to the Sweet 16 here in the AHAI State Playoffs. That game will be at home here at Glenview Community Ice Center next week against the winner between Lake Forest Varsity 1 and Loyola Maroon. That game is being played on Sunday to see who the Titans will play next week at Glenview Ice Center. And once that game has been finalized, then the schedule will be confirmed. But as for the SHL playoffs, don't forget still that series going with Loyola Gold where the Titans lead 1-0. Game 2 of that will be the Titans' next game this Sunday here at Glenview Ice Center at 6:40 p.m. as the Titans will look to complete the sweep. In the event Loyola wins, that forces a game 3. That third game will be at Heartland the next day on Monday on the holiday at 3:45 p.m. So a successful first 2 games to the postseason by the Glenbrook South Titans with 3-0 wins in each of the tournaments.
Dylan, if you don't mind, can I just do a shout out to my brother who
absolutely
came from San Francisco today and landed in all this kind of crazy weather, and he made it in, and we're going to do some things this weekend. So just a shout out to him. And of course, my lovely wife, Peggy, who's sitting about 10 blocks away from here waiting for me to come home.
And by default, those would be my uncle and mom. So absolutely right. Shout out. So because of that, John, you will not be broadcasting that Loyola game 2 with me, but if we do go to game 3, you'll be there. So we will see you next time here on the South Hockey Network as the Titans shift their focus back to the SHL playoffs and look to complete the sweep against Loyola Gold. That will be on Sunday night at 6:40 Central Time. Till then, have a great rest of your week, everyone, and stay warm and drive safe if you're driving.